All right, welcome back everyone from the break. We will continue today with different breakout sessions. And in this breakout session, we will discuss topics around productivity and adoption in the 3D Experience platform. And we will start off these sessions with a customer presentation. It will be Helena Fink from DLR. DLR is the German aerospace agency or center. And she will talk about how PowerBy and 3DDashboard in combination with TVCs has increased the user acceptance and adoption of the platform. Helena started off at DLR after her studies as a design engineer, working a lot in CATIA. When the DLR projects around PLM started, she was eager to join it, and she has been a key user since then. And now also lately, she has the product ownership or the product owner of the DLR PLM implementation. So once again then, Helena, very welcome, and the stage is yours.
Thank you very much. Well, hello everyone. My name is Helena Fink. I'm from the DLR's technical infrastructure, where I work as a design engineer. Furthermore, I'm the product owner and key user within our PLM project. And today I'm going to talk about how we managed to increase our user acceptance within the 2018X by using PowerBy and 3DDashboard technologies, where we also managed to enable TVC views. So I want to start to introducing you the DLR, which is actually the German Aerospace Center. It is one of the most outstanding research facilities in Germany, with several research topics that are divided, that are represented within 55 institutes and facilities at about 27 locations in Germany. Furthermore, it is the German Space Administration, which collaborates with the ESA. So if you heard of Alexander Gerst or the Rosetta mission, you may have heard from us. And you always can read more information on our website. Where I'm actually come from, it's a little aside from all that. It's called the Technical Infrastructure, and my department is Systemhaustechnik. We actually provide internal services for all the institutes and facilities. Our portfolio covers the engineering, manufacturing, and experimental support as well. So whenever there is an experiment planning, the scientists may always approach us and request our services. So mainly our products are wind tunnel models, like you can see in these examples, or testing facilities, sensor arrays, whatever there is needed for the experimental approach. The lot number is usually 1, so we are talking here about a single item production. Sometimes the product comes back for modification, for further follow-up experiments. So the product life cycle is also very important to us. To tell you something about our PLM PDM history, where we come from is actually a long time of CATIA use. We started back in the days with V3 and V4, changed to CATIA V5, still continued the file-based working, and then later on we managed to implement first the PDM and later a PLM system. So we started with SmartTeam, which was actually our first PDM system to go productive with. A note here, we managed to go productive just with 1 of 5 locations where our department is represented, but still that was an effort. Then we had to switch to Innovia 2013X and later on upgrade to Innovia 2014X, which was actually our first PLM system. Here we managed to go productive just with some pilot projects because the interface was not very user-friendly. We had a low user acceptance at the time, a lot of customizing, which actually led to many errors and low upgrade stability. So when upgrading to the 3D Experience 2018X, we needed a new approach, and it was possible. So now we have the chance to go productive with a complete engineering team, which is in process. Here we will fade out the file-based working, and later on also including the complete department with other teams. So what's special about the 2018X? Here, first thing, we had new technologies available. For example, the CATIA V5 PowerBy connector, which is actually based on a new data model. The connection to the 3DX platform has a better usability. It's more stable. Then we have the 3D dashboard, which is actually an improved interface with its user-friendly drag and drop functionality. The user can access self-customized views, and according to that, we have also implemented the TVC widgets, which is actually managing customized views within the dashboard. So our approach was to go back to the out-of-the-box system, which means to reduce customization to a minimum, using as much as possible the SOS system own configuration, and also adapt our own processes to the 3DX platform than otherwise. All in one, by doing all that, we actually had the effect of an increased user acceptance. And not to bore you with further slides, I'm going to show you what I mean in our system. So first, I'm going to move to CATIA and show you what the PowerBy connection actually does. So the first thing, when I'm moved to the open window here, I can directly access the 3D experience search and filter my data with all the tags, just like in the browser, which the 3D search has very much improved since the 14X. But what I think is very nice is that I have a short version of my platform attached to CATIA, so I don't have to start the browser to access my data. For example, if I've managed it in the bookmark editor or using the collaborative tasks, I can do it from here. I can put the task in work, and which is a real benefit. I can drag and drop data from the platform directly into CATIA, here from the short version of the platform within the CATIA environment, as well as from the browser. So here I am in the 3D dashboard, and as well I can drag and drop data. This also goes the other way around. So I can put my data by drag and drop to CATIA, and the same way I can manage it in the platform, so I don't have to go in the browser and to connect it extra. So for users that comes from the 14X, this is a great improvement with the CATIA connection. And for users who are coming from the file-based working, the drag and drop technology is very easy to adapt because, well, they know it from file-based working. The most benefit of the dashboard is that people who have difficulties to get accustomed to where do I find my apps, what's the functionality of that. So I don't have always to look within the compass, where's the right application. I can just arrange them at the beginning of the process of the project the way I need. So I can always access them later. I have all the data available. And here, for example, well, I have to refresh this view. Sometimes it's get mixed up. Here, for example, you see a TVC widget, which shows actually our engineering BOM. And the specialty here, we have all our customized attributes available. It's very nice. I can find the widgets like all the other ones within the compass and drag them as I used to on my board, which is not so nice. That's the first thing I get an error because no object is assigned to the widget. And I can also not drag and drop from other widgets my data into the widget. I always have to go through the search, filter my data, find my product, and then drag and drop it into the widget. But the benefit is once I've done it, it stays there. It's always accessible, and actually for users like from the work preparation that are not working yet within the system, I can always share my dashboard with them, and they can access the data without any special training. So furthermore, within this widget, I can also export the data in Excel to make it accessible for people who have no access to the platform, for example, external partners or users that are still to be included. So, well, that's it. I'm at the end of my talk, so if you have any questions.
Okay, I mean, thanks a lot, Helena. Great presentation. I mean, very interesting to be able to understand your journey coming from Smart Team, doing the different upgrades, going into this 3D experience with 2018X. I mean, you come from this kind of system where you have a lot of customizations, if I understood you correctly, and you
Yes.
went with the approach of getting more and more out of the box. What was the main driver for that?
Well, the first thing was that our system back in the 14X, it had so much customization that to upgrade this would have cost a whole lot of money and a whole lot of time. And then we wouldn't still be able to use the PowerBy connector. So we wouldn't have these benefits between drag and drop from CATIA and backwards. And well, furthermore, the views and the dashboard technologies, it is so much user friendly that we do not have to customize every view.
So the feedback, have you kind of measured any feedback from the users, how that has changed over time? I mean, are they satisfied with the new look and feel?
Yes, actually I do. So whenever I show to the user the dashboard technology, they think, oh, great, that's a new environment that looks modern. And actually, well, a lot of people get used to this drag and drop from the other browser applications. I think the main benefit within the engineering team really lies on the CATIA side because I do not have always, well, to navigate myself through all the bookmarks like it was in the past. And then when the user, they see, okay, I can easily access my data, that's all right for them.
So it simplifies things a bit for your users.
Yes.
And you decided also to go with our Valley components with the TVCs. What was the main reason of also introducing them?
Well, we first started with the approach that we actually need a nice view for our engineering BOM, and we have a handful of customized attributes that should be accessible. Furthermore, I always want the quantity of my data to be counted, and well, the easiest way to come to such a view was to use the TVCs, but actually when I'm here in the phase, so in the app collaboration approval, to access this list, I always have to search for my data. So it's always an extra step. When I have it in my 3D dashboard, the same view, I only have to arrange it once and I always have it accessible. And I can share it with other users so they manage to have the same exact view.
Okay, sounds good. What would be the next step in your journey at the DLR? Will you take this to the next level, or have you kind of matured into this application now and most things works as expected?
Well, here and there, of course, you still got some error or some things that can be improved. If you ask the users, they always find something that needs to be improved, but everyone has a different view. So, well, the main thing is for us right now is that we really managed to fade out the file-based working, which is actually in a good progress right now. And right now we have still a little difficulties to include all the others department. Yes, of course, they can manage to view within the system and to access the data. But when they have to store their own data in the platform, we still have to find a way where do they store the data, how they are arranged, what's the best approach. And I think the functionality of the TVC widgets that we will be using it in future.
Sounds good. So have you been able to stick to your approach of not making customizations to the system by using this the dashboard setup in combination with the TVCs, or have you anyhow had to make any, I mean, customizations on your own?
Well, actually, the only relevant customization we made is to include customized attributes to the physical products and our documents, so we can sort the data more proper to our values.
But you have not made anything to the user interface. You have only made, I mean, additions to the schema to be able to reflect your data in a better way.
Yes.
All right. I mean, thanks a lot, Helena. It was a great presentation. Thanks for contributing to our event.
You're very welcome. And thank you for inviting me.